Hello YouTube and welcome to another GPU rendering video. In this video we're going to be testing the Nvidia RTX Pro 4000 GPU, and the test bench setup is on the screen. It is an MSI X870E Tomahawk motherboard with a AMD R7 9700X CPU, 64 gigs of DDR5 RAM at 6400 megahertz. This GPU is a nice and manageable 145 watt TDP single slot blower GPU, and it is very fast for how small it is, but we'll get into all of the comparisons at the end. So we're going to test Blender rendering in version 5.1 beta, as well as Blender Viewport performance. Then we'll run the Blender OpenData Benchmark, Steam ComboBench, and finally Cinebench 2026. And then we will compare all of the results from the spreadsheet at the end of the video. So let's get into the testing now. Okay, so we'll start off with rendering in Blender. The first scene is the classroom. This one got done in 10.3 seconds on the Pro 4000. Next up is the barbershop scene. This one took 53.5 seconds. The next scene is the Lone Monk scene. And one side note on this one, I did turn off the open shading language checkbox. We'll talk about that in a moment. But this gets done in only 66 seconds. And finally, for rendering, the Scanland scene took 35 seconds on the RTX Pro 4000. So next test up is the Blender Viewport test. And you can see here we just have the Pro 4000 enabled with the Vulkan backend. And I'm essentially just going to let this animation play through. And you can see the frame rate at the top left of the screen in red. And it bounces around a little from about 19 to 24 frames per second. So I'm going to call it about 22 on average. And we will compare that to the other GPUs in the list here in just a moment. But this is a very good result in comparison. The next test is the Blender OpenData Benchmark. So you'll see here I started on the RTX Pro 4000 with Blender 4.5 version. And we'll speed this up and just let it run through. And here are the results, but we will go through these in detail at the end. The next test is the Steam ComboBench test. There's not much to see here, you just kind of run it. So again, we'll cover these results in just a minute. And then finally, I ran the brand new Cinebench 2026. And this is a 10-minute test, so this is very, very sped up. But you can see the score here on the screen. And now we will go through all of these data points on the spreadsheet in detail. Okay, so let's go back through the data. Starting with the classroom scene, you can see that the RTX Pro 4000 is a very fast GPU. It's near the top of the list in all of these results. In this one, it got 10.3 seconds for the classroom scene, which puts it right behind the 5070 Ti as of Blender 4.4. Moving on to barbershop, just like before, this result is in a green highlight. On the barbershop scene, the RTX Pro 4000 ran 54 seconds, which puts it just behind the 4070 Super. Next up is the Lone Monk scene, and before we get into it, the side note here in the yellow box, as of now and from now on, I'm going to be turning off the open shading language checkbox in the Lone Monk scene. I noticed that it causes really severe performance problems, especially on Nvidia GPUs when you try to enable optics with OSL. It takes a very long time to download the render kernels, and then the rendering itself is very slow, and I compared the images with and without OSL, and it does not make a difference, so I'm going to just throw out this setting. Normally, I like to leave all the settings as they come with the scene, but this one I am going to have to change. But let's look at just a couple of these numbers. A great example here is the RTX Pro 4000 that we just ran. Took 66 seconds for the Lone Monk scene, which is by far the fastest that I've recorded so far. And obviously that doesn't make a lot of sense because that's showing that it's beating the 5090 by quite a bit. So I'm going to have to go kind of recheck all of these numbers. And I am not entirely sure yet if AMD or Intel are also affected by this in the same way, and if they are, I'll have to get some new fresh numbers for the Lone Monk scene, but I think this might have been why we've had these weird results. This data is a little skewed and maybe out of date now, so we'll come back and continue to update this as we go. The next scene is the Scanlans. This one's kind of more normal. The RTX Pro 4000 did this in 35 seconds, which again puts it right behind the 4070 Super. Next up, we'll talk about the Blender Viewport performance. So you can see here that the RTX Pro 4000 with Blender 5.1 beta and the Vulkan backend is near the top of the list. I get about 22 frames per second. This puts it in the same range as the 5090 and 4090 GPUs. It's possible there is something else about the test bench setup that limits the GPUs to getting right at that 24 frames per second. So I'm going to explore stretching that animation along the timeline and making the frame rate higher so we can have a higher ceiling for this test. But you can see that Vulkan backend obviously works fine on Nvidia right now, and as we talked about in previous videos, the Intel version of this seems to have some sort of issue, whether it's a Intel driver or a Blender specific issue. So keep watching for more updates on that as well. Next up is the Blender OpenData Benchmark. You can see here in green that the RTX Pro 4000 got 6,356 points, which puts it behind the 5070 Ti and considerably in front of the 9070 XT, and also the Radeon AI Pro R9700 are very similar. They're about half as fast in this test as the RTX Pro 4000. That is a little bit interesting. This shows a pretty big difference between the Pro 4000 and the next AMD cards down the list. Next up is the Steam ComboBench. Only have 3 results here, but we'll kind of look at them. You can see the scores in green, but basically the combo score is a 90. It was an 80 with the Arc Pro B60 and a 77 with the B50. And it also spits out a no GPU bottleneck result. It doesn't give a negative percentage or anything like that. Whereas the Arc Pro GPUs both had a GPU bottleneck as per the output. And that's on the screen if you want to look it over. And finally, the Cinebench result. I am just going to restart this table. I have no other results yet. For Cinebench 2026, you can now run modern 5000 series Nvidia and everything before, as well as 9000 series AMD GPUs and anything before. All of the CPUs work, and actually Mac hardware with Apple Silicon works just fine as well. So I will be retesting all of those except for Intel, which apparently doesn't work in the 2026 version either, just like it did not in the 2024 version. So that's a little disappointing. That is it for the results. These are shared, and I will update them every so often on a Google Drive link that everyone can download. So that link is in the description, as well as a link to join the Discord. There's some real experts in there. So if you want to come ask questions and get kind of more long-term conversations going, that's a great place to do that. Otherwise, watch for more soon. That's it for this one. Thank you for watching, and I really, really appreciate that you are here.